What's up, everybody? Welcome back in for another unboxing video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Masterverse He-Man. This is from the New Adventures of He-Man. It's a cartoon that not a lot of people saw. It was after the original vintage cartoon and then before the 2000X cartoon. It was kind of a space-themed version, and it was missing a lot of characters from the original season or original series. And then some of the characters that did cross over, like He-Man here, have a totally different look. So I'm excited to get him pulled out of the box. I have never had one of these action figures of this version of He-Man before, so it's really exciting to me to get him pulled out of the box so I can take a better look. On this side of the box, we've got a picture of He-Man raising a new version of the Power Sword. It looks almost like a lightsaber. Really cool. Like I said, it's like spacing technology, so it's going to be a little different than what we're used to seeing. It says He-Man Galactic Protector. By the power of Eternia, the endangered planet of Primus is under attack by the evil mutants, leaving the Galactic Guardians but one choice. They traveled back through time to summon the hero who could save them. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. So cool backstory. Apparently they're time travelers and they brought He-Man through time, upgraded him with all of these new weapons and things. Really cool. This is one of the figures that is harder to get. If you didn't get him when he first came out, it's almost impossible to get him now, and the price has just kind of gone out over the roof. So he's one that I'm glad he's been sitting on my shelf for a while, and I'm finally making around to unboxing him because he is getting up there for one of the most expensive Masterverse figures. Also in his wave came Evil Lyn, Frosta, Roboto, and Stratos. Stratos may be the most expensive Masterverse figure, if not the second or third. He's in the top three, if not the most expensive Masterverse figure, with the Prince Adam figure and the Web Store figure. So we've still got to unbox those guys on the channel as well. We do have them. Thankfully, we've got them and don't have to purchase them at the price that they're going for now, but we've definitely got them to look forward to. And here is one final look at this He-Man in the package for anyone who likes to admire the artwork and stuff in the box and what you get to see here. So now it's time to get him pulled out and take a closer look. All right, so first thing to notice out of the box, he did come with this kind of galactic helmet. So we'll go ahead and get that put on him here in a little bit. I want to take a look at all of the accessories, go over his articulation, and then we'll put all the accessories on. He does seem to come with as well this sort of a new age battle armor chest piece. It does appear to hook here on the sides. It's fairly stiff. I don't want to break it, especially him being such a rare and hard to find figure. I definitely don't want to be breaking his pieces. So I might have to get these taken apart off screen just to, oh, nope, we just fiddle with it. We just keep fiddling. So there's his vest. Then he does have a translucent green shield, and like the new Eternia, he does have the plug here that will plug into his wrist bracer, and we'll go over that when we plug this on and show him all suited up. Here's the new version of the Power Sword. Now it does have a slight curve to it just because the way that they had it put in the package. So that is something you're probably going to have to heat up and get straightened out. But pretty cool looking Power Sword. Definitely reminds me of a green lightsaber. And then in addition to that, he also comes with the two Fists of Fury in case he needs to get down and dirty and do some boxing with somebody. So pretty cool. You get the knuckle sandwich hands and the grabber hands with this version of He-Man. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get him suited all up, and then we'll come back and take a closer look. Actually, before that, let's go ahead and go over his articulation and take a look at the figure without all of the extra bits on him, because I'm probably going to have to take this harness off in order to fit that other chest piece on. So let's go ahead and take a look at this head sculpt first, see what we think of that. Pretty nice looking face sculpt. I feel like this one may have worked better for the movie version. This one actually looks more like a Dolph Lundgren face than the one that came in the box. As you turn it around, though, you see this one does come equipped with the little ponytail, so that's pretty neat and different. He-Man has not come with that before, so pretty interesting there. He does have a spot to stash the sword as well on the back of his little harness here. It does seem to tilt. I don't know, maybe we can force it in a little deeper. There we go. If you just push it in a little deeper, then it seems to hold in place. I'm going to go ahead and pull that back out though, just so we can go over the articulation. Like standard Masterverse, he's going to spin all the way around. He will come up here. We do have a bicep swivel. This one is very tight, as well as a double jointed elbows. The wrists can spin all the way around this way, and then he is built to articulate down and up, and this helps him pose in that I have the power position. It just kind of helps him look a little better while holding the sword. He does have the diaphragm cut here, and it's kind of hidden by this piece, which is just absolutely fine in my opinion. Anything to hide that diaphragm cut works well for me. And most of the time the cross harness is kind of cut right across there. This one does appear to be a little looser than some of the others though, but he can crunch forward, he can crunch backwards a little bit, not as much as some, and he can go side to side. All in all, this is a pretty stiff figure compared to some of the others. Waist also stiff, but it will turn all the way around. As far as the splits, very loose in the splits. Legs are loose, no drop down hips. Thighs will swivel all the way around. Boots will swivel all the way around. We do have a stiff double jointed knee, and the foot should articulate. It does go rock back and forth, side to side, and it is being very stiff, and I'm not going to force it. Again, I don't want to snap those joints. Yeah, he's not wanting to point his toes. It will roll back and forth this way, but as far as the up and down movement that we're used to seeing in the Masterverse figures, he does not appear to be doing it for me. Now, this might be just my figure. I'm not saying everyone's is going to be that way. Your mileage may vary, but let's go ahead and get him stuck back up on the figure stand. I'm going to go ahead and put all of his armor back on him, and then we'll pull in Skeletor from the New Adventures line as well and kind of compare them side by side. And there they are, both pulled in together, the He-Man all dressed up in his battle dress. I did have to take the tri-harness, or the tri-strap, triple strap, whatever we're going to call this thing. I had to take this harness off to put that battle armor on, but I do think that it looks cool, and I'm probably going to keep him displayed this way just because it is a bit extra. It does add a little something different to the He-Man. I'm not 100% sure. I will go back and forth once or twice just so I can get the full feel of them, but I think this is so much different and looks so cool just to add a little bit of variety to the mix. Skeletor, if you go back and watch that review, you'll see that, again, I was very unfamiliar with what the New Adventures of He-Man was. I just saw this Skeletor figure, recognized it obviously as Skeletor, and it is one of my favorites. This is one of the first, in my opinion, to blow the Masters of the Universe Classics line out of the water. This Masterverse version of the New Adventures of Skeletor, hands down, beats the classics version, and I will stand on that hill all day long. Now, this version of He-Man, I'm going to say, is probably a pretty close tie. They did a really good job with him. Mine's very stiff in some areas. He's going to have to be heated up to bend and articulate 100% the way that I want him to. However, he's a great character. He looks cool. He's different. He's got some stuff that none of the other He-Mans had, and it's just cool new direction that they went, just trying something new, trying to bring in a new version of kids, or a new era of kids, to fall in love with He-Man, as they seem to be doing over and over. And I love that because I love sharing my childhood heroes with the kids of today and tomorrow. So I really love doing these unboxing videos. If you guys appreciate it and you like anything that I do here, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm more than you'll ever know. If you could subscribe to the channel, we're going to try to do a giveaway when we get to 2,000 subs. So don't forget to have a blessed day. Tell someone you love them, and I'll see you in the next one.